Hey guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. Today's video is going to be my September, I have to think of what month it was, September update for my Colourpan 3.0. So if you want to hear all about the project and my progress, let's go ahead and get on into it. Alright, so if you don't know anything about this project, it was created by Misty Pans, who I will leave in the description box down below. Don't believe she's making videos anymore, but still, I'll leave her tag down below. This started January 18th and goes until December 18th of this year for this round. And it's to use anything ColourPop, 4th Ray Beauty, or Soul Beauty. And it's just rolling style. You pick 3 to 6 items to start, set your own goals, and that is it. I am doing 3 uses for anything that's not a palette, and I'm doing no pan left behind for anything for all of my palettes. I have a stubborn swatch on my hand from my last video. So let me get that off so we can look at what we got. I have like a bajillion rollouts. I'm very proud of myself, and I'm even filming this early. If I would have waited a few days, I might have had one more rollout, but I wanted to get some more stuff in here. I'm ready for a refresh. So we'll start with the things that we've been working on, then we'll get to the rollouts. We'll start with the item that I haven't touched, and that is the loose shadow in the shade Cameo, because I messed up. I have only used this once, and that was back in July. I haven't used it since July. So it is, and I'm not even going to fully open it. I hope you can see that. It is this, because this is messy, but this one is very bright. It's bright orange, but this one is very bright. No, don't you dare make a mess on my paper. It's very pigmented. It is very sparkly. I do really enjoy that pigment, so I am very happy to still work on that one. I just haven't been really working on oranges in my projects, but I have some corals and things, so I'm hoping that maybe I could just get that as an inner corner, get it rolled out. Next I thought these had prompts, Jeebus. We had the blush stick in the shade 25-8, which is this shade. It doesn't have a scent. I keep worrying. Texture was still great. Went on awesome. Pretty color. I used it once in September. 2 more uses to go. It was a very pretty shade. I did like it. Next we had, where are you? My Jelly Much in the shade Moon and Stars. I do not love this shade very much. I did not use this in September, but I did use it once in August, so I'm still sitting at 2 out of my 3 uses. I need to just use this one more time. One more time and it can go away. And like, part of me wants to just declutter this shade, but like, who's gonna want a used Jelly Much, you know? So, if you want specifically this shade, Moon and Stars, I need to use all of them so that maybe I can figure out what ones I don't want. But I do not love this shade. Like, I don't hate it. I'm not like, oh my god, it's the worst thing I've ever used, but I don't love it, you know? So, one more use on Moon and Stars. And then the last thing that I'm still working on, this is the Lost in Love palette, which obviously we have to no pan left behind. Let me get out my notebook just to double check. I did like a peachy look on it. So, Lost in Love. So, I have used all 3 of these shades. This shade, and then this glitter. Now I will tell you. Really great setting shade. Really impactful matte. Coral, like the mattes in here are great. This was a great deepening shade. Lovely. This shimmer, out of this world shiny. Lovely. This shade it was awful. It had no shine. It had no, like, you can see that it's like a dewy chrome. I couldn't see that at all. It was coarse. I had to top, which is why I went into this glitter. And this glitter wasn't even that great either. So I was very disappointed, but this shade was beautiful and the mattes were nice. So now I need to do like the pinky mauve-y look. And I'm going to try that inner corner shade again and see how I fare with it. But like, I was kind of disappointed in the look and in the palette as a whole. So there's that. And then we have everything else as a rollout. 6 items. So we'll just start from the bottom. We have the Super Shock in the shade Empire, which is on the outer corner of my look today. Jesus. Which is this beautiful green. I'm so close to hitting pan on it. So, I get my third use today, which is September 7th. So that gets to be put away. Then we had the No Filter Loose Setting Powder. So this is in the shade Translucent. This was lovely. As soon as I'm done with the loose setting powder that I'm working on, I'm just going to start working on this one immediately. So, lovely. Then we had the Super Shock in the shade Stare Down. Good Lord. Which was from the Haunted Mansion collection, which is re-releasing, which I think is very interesting. Let me know, how do you feel about brands doing that? But this is the shade. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. It works. It's fine. So, but I got my third use on August 30th. Oh, and I got my third use for the powder on August 28th. So, very, very soon after my last update for those. For the single little shadow here in Gemini, that is this gold shadow. I got my last use today, which I know you don't see it. I had used it and taken it off. It's a whole thing. But I'm going to declutter this. So it was so graciously gifted to me by Amy Melissa, and this is the shade. Because I'm in my gold era. I want to wear more golds. I'm loving gold. I'm loving taupe and I'm loving gold. It's wild to me. But this just isn't, either the tone isn't right or I don't love, like, it's not quite shiny enough. There's just something about this gold that I don't like, and I don't like on myself. So this, I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I got my 3 uses on it, but it's just, it's not the shade for me. So I'll go ahead and get that off, because we're going to swatch the new things we roll in. The Super Shock in the shade Pressed Juice. That is this guy. And I got my third use on September 5th. I actually used this as a highlighter, and it was so pretty. Because I've never used it as a highlighter before, but it was gorgeous because I did it with a greeny yellow look. Beautiful. And the last item we're decluttering, no, we're rolling out, is the Super Shock in the shade Rosebud, which looks like this. Normally I don't like shades like this, but this has so much rosiness that I love it. I hit my third look on August 23rd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items are rolling out. So you know what that means. 6 items are rolling in. That means we get to flip the page. Bum, bum, bum. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. Okie dokie. So, And I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of just like being like, here guys, here's my tablet. I'm going to roll with you, but I'm going to screen record it and then put it in post. I'm going to try to be smart. Oh god, my tablet is dying. Look at my cute little spooky cup. And it's like soft matte. I got it from Walmart for $3. Isn't that wild? Colourpan. 52 options. Because I've decluttered some things. So, here, and I'll even turn the sound up so you hear me spinning. So, item number 1, and I wasn't screen recording. Show touches on screen, so we won't count it. Item number 1 is the Blow and Smoke palette. Okay. Item number 2 is the Tide Me Down Loose Shadow. Item number 3 is the Super Shock in So Quiche. Item number 4 is Super Shock in Creepin'. Item number 5 is You're a Catch highlighter. And the last item is Super Shock in Eyeing You. So I'm going to go grab all of those items and I will come back and we will swatch and just go from there. So, went ahead and grabbed everything. We're not going to swatch the palette because I just don't feel the need to, but here is the Blow and Smoke palette. Just what I want to use. I am feeling the cool tones. I don't want to use the blacks. This is my favorite silver in my whole collection, so I am very excited for that. I do have a dip in the black. Let's do it. And it is a nice white, so this will be fun to No Pan Left Behind. And it'll be nice to use it to deepen up with all of the other palettes that I've pulled into things. Everything else that we rolled in, 3U School. So we will start with the Loose Shadow in Tide Me Down, which looks like this. I'm going to do my best to get a swatch of her. Oh yeah, there she is right there. This one is very fluffy. Built it up just a little bit. It's very pink, which I think will be nice. I think it'll go with a few of the things that I'm working on. But I have nudes, like, in my Blue Blood palette, and I mean, I could always pair this with the nudes, because it's not so pink. So, it matches my nails perfectly. So, I'll be excited to give this a try, because the other one that I used, I decluttered, because I did not like it. So, we shall see. Then we did the ColourPop Super Shack in the shade So Quiche, which is like a browned pink. More like a gold. Gold with a pink. That is very pretty. I will tell you, I don't think I've used this one very much at all. So, that will be nice. Then we have two from the Haunted Mansion collection. We rolled in Creepin', which is this icy white to like a blue with a little bit of purple. It's given Ice Dream a run for its money. So there's Creepin'. And then we'll do the other one, and then we'll get into the highlighter. And then the other one from the Haunted Mansion is the shade I in You, which is a dark blue purple. Which those would go beautifully with my Blue Blood palette. So those will be super easy to get my uses on. And last but not least, we have my Super Shock highlighter in the shade Yora Catch, which is my baby, my favorite, my gorgeous. I'll probably have my 3 uses on this by the next update. I love this highlighter so very, very much. I know it doesn't look like much here, but it's just, she's gorgeous, and I love her. So, that is going to do it for today's update. That is all of our roll-ins, plus the palette. I love that we got a palette. I want to get more eyeliners. We always get so many Super Shocks. Granted, I know I own a lot of Super Shocks, but like, I have a whole bunch of ColourPop liners. And I feel like it's going to be like the end of the project, and we're just going to all eyeliners. And I'm going to hate that. So part of me wants to just screw the wheel and go just and pick out an eyeliner. Would you guys be mad about that? Because I don't have any colorful liners in literally any projects right now. So let's grab the... Here's my cup of eyeliners. Granted, there's more than just ColourPop in here, but let's... A glow. Have I already worked on you? That's going to be the big question. I think I have. I think I've already worked on this one. Edit. Eyeliners. So, we have Amethyst Hour. We have Piggy Bank. We have the Power Trip eyeliner. That's it? Those are the only 3 I have left to work on? I feel like I had so many more to work on. Alright, well, I have a whole bunch of palettes still to work on. Well, never mind then. I have just a bajillion other liners. Apparently we've worked on all of them. Wanted to roll in a colorful liner. I guess I'll have to pull in a liner for another project prompt for something else. So that's all for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.